William Anderson Gittins, born in St. Michael, Barbados. I won't say what year because we like to keep our youth in our writings. Educated at St. Giles Infants, St. Giles Primary School, Parkinson Memorial Secondary School, UE, the School of Continuing Studies, the Barbados Community College, the Jersey City State University, a bachelor's degree in media arts. That's what the blurb says. That's half the story, trust me, because in the last, I think just 2.5 minutes, I heard snippets of a very interesting story. Morning, William. Welcome to Morning Barbados.
Morning, Barbados.
I'm interested in the graphic artist of 1979, Royal Barbados Police Force composite artist in 1983. And then the publications, the works, the bits and pieces in my hand. Images of Yesteryear in Barbados is one of the first ones. And in this book, we see sketches of the Potato Man, something that the guys on the set may or may not remember, and that's the old roller. Tell me where this book started, and tell us some of the images in here and why this was done.
Well, Dennis, let me first say that I must thank the Creator for giving me these gifts so that I can share with my fellow man. This all took place in 2000. I was asking God for guidance as to how I can share my skills and gifts to Barbados. And the thought came to me, why don't you preserve images that we don't see anymore? And in a space of half an hour, I had these illustrations completed, which was amazing. So I decided, look, if you're going to do this, I think you should publish a book. And I was wondering, now I need funds to secure the publishing. So I decided to go into Bridgetown and have a conversation with some of the managers of some of these firms like British American Insurance, Great Northern, and they welcomed the idea. So that gave me some funds to start publishing the book. Now, the image that you see there, the roller, is very interesting because that reminds me of when I was much younger. I had the opportunity of playing with rollers, making them, having fun. Sometimes when I should be home doing homework, I'm out rolling the roller, and this may cause you a penalty because you may get some lashes for not staying home at that point in time. So that was a lot of fun.
Now, we also see the second one, Building the Future, and that one, I showed the back first because that's the generations to come. That's the young ones in your life. And I suppose Building for the Future, again, we look at the images of our heroes. And for them to draw, illustrate, to help them learn the heroes, paint them perhaps?
Truly. One of the things that I discovered in having a conversation with some of the little ones is that some of them are not that familiar with our national heroes. So I took that opportunity to produce something that they can use as an interactive tool. And not only as an interactive tool, but they can reinforce these images and write things on them, color them, and learn things about these national heroes, which is very interesting.
Now, let's have another look. Images of Yesteryear in Barbados, Volume 2, which is a follow-up to the first one.
Surely.
In this one, we see things that we're accustomed to, the clothes iron, marble cricket, sucking sugar cane. You actually not only wrote and did the illustrations, but you actually did the printing yourself as well.
Excellent.
On your home system?
Truly. Hewlett Packard, HC40, doing an excellent job. I think some of the times we in Barbados, we have equipment, but we are not prepared to really push it to its maximum and really find out what it's capable of doing. And I'm willing to do that.
Including push yourself.
Well, it's worth it because here you have a goal and you're going after it. And in order to find out what it's capable of doing, you must continue to experiment, do research, are willing to try new things so that you can get positive results.
Now, you talk about doing research, and that's one of the things that let's take a look at this one. Landmarks is one of the more interesting ones, and this one you actually did the photography yourself as well.
Did the photography.
Is this a hobby, or is this now a passion?
Well, it's a bit of both, actually. because I love photography. During my study in North America, I had to do photography as one of my core courses. And also as an artist, I usually combine the techniques of photography and art and photography, and my results are different as opposed to a person who just says, I want to be a photographer.
Right.
Because I have a love for this, I'm committed to it, I'm dedicated to it, I'm always doing research, I'm always looking for new ways to create new innovations, and therefore my work will be special and have a difference.
Now, let's talk about the last of the publications, or the one that's still to come. Mise-en-scene?
Mise-en-scene, which means staging and action.
Now tell me about this one, because this one incorporates a little more than just the pictures, a little more than just the graphic artist and the sketch at work.
This book is very dear to my heart because I have utilized some of the aspects of cinematography. You will notice that if you look at it, this particular image here, the edges seem to be going in a gradient, which is suggesting that time has passed. You're moving from one phase to the next.
Okay.
And at the same time, you're preserving the image.
Okay.
And this is so important. Sometimes we have information, we have knowledge, and may not be sure how to impart it. But one of the things that I'm doing, and I'm constantly looking at, is looking at ways how I can present the information and preserve it at the same time.
And this is going to engage CD-ROMs?
This will also be going in the direction of a CD-ROM, educational material, interactive material for children, and the whole of Barbados, as well as tourists as well.
When we look back, William, at the genesis of all this, I'll go back to the Tower Yearbook, where I see William Gittins, editor. Let me show them this one, because this, I suppose, has been one of your greatest challenges. Because
Truly.
Tell us about this, because you walked into a university and here you were editing the yearbook.
This was a challenge for me, Dennis. When I first went to Jersey State College at the time, which is now a university, I was approached by a few students asking me if I would take the position of editor-in-chief. Here it is, something new, not familiar with the operations, but knowing me very well, I took the challenge. I had to run for a position. I had to ask for persons to vote for me, and I won the vote hands down. When I got into the office, I had to make a number of changes because that department was defunct. So I had to innovate people, inspire them, make them aware what is required of them. I had to have meetings with publishers, consultants, make decisions. I had a budget about $50,000 which to spend. I still had to be carrying 27 credits. It was difficult, but God assisted me in giving me the wisdom, the understanding, and the ability to deal with every issue as it turned up. I enjoy that because I love art, I love people, I love sharing. People saw me as a counselor. They came to me for advice because I was much older, and I helped in whatever way I possibly could. I was able to combine all of my experiences as the editor-in-chief with my schoolwork. One of the most challenges I've had at that point in time was rewriting the constitution of the yearbook. I solicit information from professors, the president, and all the persons who were present, and proceed. So I wrote it in a context where you will display multiculturalism, because there are many races, many cultures, and you can't afford to leave out people. So it was extremely interesting, and I enjoyed every aspect of it.
I can still see the enjoyment shining through, William. Thanks for sharing the experience with us this morning, and thanks for sharing the work as well. And let us share this with you. Nestle Fitness and Swelty, who are sponsoring the first One Way to Wake Up in the Morning to Morning Barbados, and keep.
Thank you very much.